Hey everyone, I'm going to do question 15 from the exam review I did in class on Thursday. I didn't have time to get this problem, so I'll do it here. The question 15. There's two things going on here. One, first of all, we're looking at the loanable funds markets. Let's go ahead and draw that diagram. Your interest rate on the y-axis. This is what brings the quantity of supply and quantity demand of loans together, so the market will clear. And on the x-axis, we have our quantity of loanable funds. We have our upper sloping supply curve. Remember, this comes from national savings, either public savings from the government or from private savings. Okay? The one that they're supplying the loanable funds when they actually save. Remember, savings like different, when we're talking about economic terms, I think it could be in stocks or bonds. Those aren't investment. Investment here means something else. That's what makes up the demand for loanable funds. So when people make investments or firms, they borrow money from the bank whenever they do this. Okay. So this is what makes up the demand for loanable funds. When people need to invest in their business, they'll borrow several different ways. They can, raise money by issuing bonds or stocks or, borrowing it from the bank. Like we said, that interest rate, this is what brings this into equilibrium, the supply and demand of loanable funds. And here's our equilibrium quantity. Okay. All right, so let's look at we have two different events, so we're going to see what they do. So first, the federal government increases its budget deficit, but at the same time, increases the amount of contributions allowed to a Roth IRA account from 5,000 to 10,000. So let's look at the first thing. They increased their budget deficit. All right, so they had a deficit. They increased it, which means they're going to be, saving less money now. So public savings is going to decrease. Remember, public savings is part of national savings, which makes up the supply of loanable funds. And so this means there's going to be a decrease in the supply of loanable funds. So this curve is going to shift back. Now let's look at the second thing that's going to impact this. Well, at the same time of doing this, they're increasing the amount of contributions allowed to a Roth IRA account, which means, all right, if you save money, you put it into a Roth IRA account, you get a tax deduction from it. You don't have to pay taxes when you pull your money out when you retire at a later date here. All right? So this makes it more attractive to do this. So it's going to increase the amount of money that people, will save now. They're going to save some of their money, put it into these Roth IRA accounts. So what this will do, this will increase, the Roth IRA contributions. And this is part of private savings. And private savings is part of national savings. So what does this mean? Well, this is going to increase supply of loanable funds. And here, these are going to be equal in proportion to one another. Right? So this effect from the Roth IRA contribution and this increase in private savings is going to equal the decrease in public savings from the government. So this will shift back this way because it's going to increase supply. And what this means is you're going to be right back where you started at. Right? So the equilibrium interest rate is going to be the same. It's constant, no change. And loanable funds equilibrium amount is not going to change either. All right, so this shows how, if the government's going into more debt, one thing they can do to try to, to offset that to make sure there's no decrease in loan funds and investment in the economy. Well, they may do, offset it by, like, provide some incentive, that'll encourage people to save more money. Okay. All right, so that's it for this question.